Okay, so this is our WYBF project. We have Nasir, Ryan, Eric, Jess, and Jordan. So the site description of our page is that WYBF is a radio station at Cabrini University. When you log onto the website, it's very user friendly. You can see all the social media in the corner. They have a home page, and it's really good for listening live and scrolling through to see different staff and all the music blogs that they have as well.
So this is the audience demographics. So down below are the ages, and then up at the, oh, okay. Going over to male and female, 39.6% are female, and then 60.40% are male. Off to the left are the age ranges, and then the size of each age range.
Up next, we have our new users and returning users for the entire year. For our project, we decided to break everything up per semester. We have the fall, spring, and summer semesters, and as you can see, there is a huge difference in the amount of new users and returning users for each semester. To start on the left, you have January to April of 2017. The new users are in blue, and red are the returning. There were 213,380 new users and only 36,681 returning. And going next into May and August of 2017, our new users were 227,510 and our returning were 40,626. For September to December, which would be the fall semester, we have 293,332 and 53,542. For the semester that had the most, that would be the fall, and we feel that is because it's the new school year, and I guess when promoting the radio station through social media, the fall semester seems to have the most engagement on social media, which would drive the new users to come listen to the station, and there are also new students in the class taking radio. So those students will get to promote their own shows every semester. The data on the following slides were collected. So like I just said, we did all of the different periods by semester. So from September to December, May to August, and January to April.
All right, so our SMART objectives were that we want 5% more people to go to the Listen Live page in the span of 3 months. We want 3% more people to go to the staff page in the span of 6 months, and we want 5% more women listening to this station in a span of 6 months. And that's because we tend to have more males than females listening to the radio station, and we want it to be more diverse.
So the current status and key performance indicators are on this slide. So looking at the SMART objectives, these are all based off the SMART objectives that we had. So visitors to the Listen Live page for the 2017 year was 3,384. So as you just heard, the SMART objective is to raise that by 5%. So the goal would be to get to 3,553. That's an increase of 162 listeners or visitors in 3 months. Visitors to the staff page are 1,389. A 3% increase would be 42 more visitors in 6 months, so that would get us to 1,431. The female visitor count for 2017 was 457. A 5% increase would get us to 480 female visitors in 6 months.
So for the conversion path, this is kind of how you can just move through the site to get to each page. So you go to WYBF.com, you can hit Listen Live, and while you're listening live, you can go through the whole site. So you can go back to the home page, you can go to the blog page and see all the music blogs that they do. You can go check out the staff and read all about them and their shows. You can go to the About page, which is about the history of the radio station, and then you can exit yourself through the home page.
So the KPIs for each of the microconversions, for the go to WYBF website step, the total page views in the all pages report would be the spot we would be finding the data for that. The metric for go to Listen Live step is total page views in the all pages report. The go to blog page step We can look at total page views and the average time on page, so we can see how long people are reading the blogs. That can kind of let us know if people are sticking around and actually reading the blogs, and those can be found in the All Pages report. The KPI for the Go to Staff page, that would be total page views and average time on page in the All Pages report. So again, that's seeing how many page views there are, as well as if people are actually staying and reading the staff pages and each radio's bio. And the KPI for the Go to About page step, the total page views and average time on all page in the all page report. So again, similar to the last two, how long people are staying around on the page.
So for content promotion, of course, we have 3 platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have a music blog that's run on tumblr.com. And our music director, Dion, is responsible for putting up content for the music blog that the students in the class would be responsible for writing and producing. So I came up with an example of the fall and spring semester content calendar for a week. Our social media director, Ashley, normally puts together a weekly content calendar that starts on Monday through Friday. She'll sometimes post on the weekends, but for 2017, this would just be a good example for what that would look like. We like to post strategically, so we post at the correct times for each platform. So we wanted to stick around the times that students would be scrolling and or looking on social media, and different kinds of things that we were looking to post would be our show schedule, different pictures of the studio, different events going on campus, and we would collaborate with the events on campus with the music director. We get to put together playlists for the events, and we could post them on social media, so students and or anyone following us on social media would be able to listen to what kind of music we play. And yeah, we do different things that are engaging for social media. We don't want to just post things about us. We want to post things that are going to be engaging for anyone on social media. So we thought that was a great way to present this. The fall and the spring semesters for social media have much more volume than the summer, obviously, since students are not in the studio having their shows weekly, as well as there's no school. So for what we were looking for, we were looking to find a way to be more engaging in the prime time for students to be on social media. So this is just an example of what the different times, the kind of content, the topic, and the copy. And our goals for the content promotion. So we wanted to post consistently during each semester, to post content that is not just about the radio station. For example, that would be other campus events and information. The radio station does collaborate with a lot of other clubs on campus to host events, which does bring together the different clubs on campus and the radio station to show unity and diversity on campus. We want to drive engagement during the fall and spring semesters. We want to maintain followers throughout the summer since, like I said before, that is kind of the off season for the radio station. And we want to suggest DJs to use all the platforms during and off their show times. That would mean at events and or if they're ever wearing radio station swag, and they could post on social media that, you know, they are a student, but they're a part of the radio station as well.
So these are the different source and medium for each time of year. So for spring, the top 3 sources were direct, Google, and then radio locator. And then also these are the bounce rates. So the bounce rates for direct were 36.15. The bounce rate for Google was 40.8, and then the bounce rate for radio locator was 25%. And then for the summertime, same thing again. It was direct, Google, but they actually changed to TCO. And then for bounce rate, for direct, it's 55.14%. For Google, it's 48.96%. And then for TCO, it's 56%. And then in the fall, so direct remains the same, Google is the second, and then Instagram is actually the third. So for the bounce rate for direct was 41.35%, Google was 30.64%, and the Instagram was 62.67%. So the bounce rate really translate to like the amount of people that are leaving the site. So they really just go there and then hop back off. So it's increased in the fall.
So yeah, we gathered analytics based on spring semester, so January to May, summer, so June to August, and then fall, which is September to December. So as we found, the most prominent age of visitors throughout spring semester, summer, and fall was primarily visitors ages 18 to 24, with also 25 to 34 kind of trailing behind, and spring semester ages 45 to 54 trailing behind as well. So we also found traffic by country. Spring semester we found US was predominantly the biggest number of viewers in terms of traffic. We had viewers in Brazil and India, but the viewership for Brazil and India was very increasingly small. For summer, again, US was kind of the major focus of traffic, with again a little bit in China and a little bit in India, though the numbers weren't especially big there. And then fall semester, again, mostly US, with India and China having very few visitors. And as we found in traffic by gender, again, male viewership is mostly prominent, which kind of ties into our SMART goals, where we are trying to increase female viewership in the future. So we also have traffic by browser. We found that Chrome was most prominent in spring and summer semester. Safari was second to most prominent, and then Firefox drew a little bit of attention during the spring semester, though it doesn't play into summer and fall traffic. The Safari app trailed a little bit behind, and in fall semester, we found that Safari was a little bit more, or gained a little bit more traffic than Chrome, with the Safari app falling behind. And then in terms of traffic by platform, we found that desktop was most prominent in spring and summer, and mobile was trailing behind, but with fall semester, mobile actually dominated desktop, and tablets saw few viewership in spring, summer, and fall semester.
So the stats for the entry and exit page. So this kind of gives you an idea of where people are coming into the site and where they're leaving. So the highest entry page, the most traffic to the entry page was the home page, and second was listen live. So that can also kind of go towards our SMART objectives of increasing the entry page, the entries at the listen live page. And then the last two rounding that out were the about page and the staff page. And most people are leaving on the listen live page, so that's kind of a good stat to pay attention to, because that shows that people are probably sticking around on the listen live page. You can probably compare that to the average time spent on page metric. And then the rest of the exit pages were home, about, and programming. So with the programming coming up in that, that statistic probably shows that people might be looking at booking the WYBF for an event or something of that sort. So these can definitely be compared to our SMART objectives in those ways.
And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you.